can show that is previous one, and this is new one that recently added. Uh, this is the option that you can add new to this system. Let's check that is added successfully or not. The next implementations on that. So here that I'm making that this as slash dev slash s3. So that showing to define make its participation. It's asking to create a partition. If you required help, that you can press help. This is new partition need to be press N. So now it's asking about which partition type would be there. It's an extended or primary. So I kept it as an default as primary. Talking about the partition number. So now we are as taking as an example, and we just check the process. So the default process that we have followed. If you have any additional requirement, that you can proceed accordingly. So it's asking about the first sector size. So as we make it default size, and the last sector size as also as default. So partition 1 of type Linux and of size of 2 GB is set. Created one partition type of Linux. So here we need to change this type mode. Uh, so we can make it T, press here T, and select the partition. So if you are not aware about the hex code, so that you can prefer the list by pressing L. Let's check. This one is there. So here you can check the all codes regarding different types. So we are making as an Linux LVM. So for that 8E is the code. So as we select 8E for Linux LVM type, so we mention as an 8E, and so completing it's changing type from Linux to Linux LVM, and we are now this all the things, the entry that we are updating in our table, so that we can make it or press W to write in table. So after pressing that is shows as partition table has been altered. So the details, the changes are updated within the disk. So here, let's check cursor is below. Let's check F disk, and so yeah, so the details are showing over here. Yep. So the new disk that we have created, dev sdb, that is shown here, and the partition that we have made as sdb1. So those are the previous one, and the recently that we have did, that is dev slash sdb1. This is our configurations that we have made recently. Yeah, after creating successfully entry within our table, that now we are going to create the actual process of creating a LVM. Here, first we need to be create as the uh, physical value. So there are three stages within this: physical value, group value, and actual LVM that we will manage. So here, for creating a physical value that we make as EV create the name of our new list. Yes, DB1. Here is showing as successfully created physical value. Now we are going to create as the group value. As you can check the details by making the PV display as well. Now we are going to create a group value. As we create, need to be provide the name of that group. Here we make it GB app and mention these details. GB1, correct? GB app. Okay. So here that we have provide. Oops, there is a GB create GB app div s db1. Yeah, bingo. That is my typo is over there. So here we need to specify as volume group. I make it spelled over there. So let's create, change the name of the volume group, VG create, V. Okay, now it's perfect. Yeah, so this is volume group that's successfully created. So on that we need to be create logical value. So we have already 2 gig. So now we are partitioning within this two, that is uh, 1 GB per. We are creating two LVMs. So here for making the LVM that we process as LV create, and like we need to be specifying the size by making L, and the size that I'm providing 1K. Yeah, and that is, yeah, okay. And we have need to be assigned the name for the LVM. So here app group LVM app slash LV1, and from which group that we made as recently VG app. So let's get correct. Yeah. So one LVM is created. Now we check another by just making new. So as we seen that we have created two values. So just verify that with the command of LV display that specifically we are looking for. Yeah. So Dev, uh, yeah. So the path is there on the Dev VG app value one, logical value one, and logical value two, with the size also that 1 gig per. It's mentioned with the group name also. So yeah, so as of now that we have passed it, that we have created, now we make the another important action within our system, that we need to be apply the file system, and need to be mount. So here I make it here file system as LKFS EXT. This is our fourth, and we need to be provide a path that Dave, the name of our group, and the logical value. Which one? This one. Yeah. So that we two logical values are there. So we are making exe file. Yes, that is allocated group table. Then now the same process for the second one, logical value 2. Yes. So here that we have created file system that we need to be mount. So here that I'm making one directory, two directories, sorry. That is for app1, and another is for the logical value 2, app2. So here now we are mount as div vc app group name and logical value name as LVM for which folder, app1. So here as we have mounted with both of our files. So just to verify about that mounting, we need to be make it df dash eh that shows the LVM as we have mentioned over here, that is shown here. LVM1 which mount on F1, LVM2 mount on 2 as given sizes. So that's it, that we have created two LVMs and made file system and mounted as well. Thank you for watching.